we need to delete it everywhere.
Stuff I did earlier, like not changing the animation that much, but just reworking the style with more of the GitHub, so we can like see it now after this.
I am the chief hacker at Remotion, and my responsibility is that we ship the site in time.
The relationship between GitHub and Remotion started 2 years ago. They noticed the project that Johnny did on a weekend and published it. It was called GitHub Unwrapped, and for this year we had the special case that they officially announced a partnership with us.
It'd be cool if like in the end you land on maybe 3 different planets, right? And they're all cool, but it's just kind of like 3 different endings. Kind of like how you have 3 different colors. You know, we have like an ice planet, a fire planet, and a green planet. You know.
I'm a front-end developer, and my main focus was to build the website and help Johnny with some of the scenes.
We basically started with one scene as a sort of prototype and first concept, which looked completely different from what it is now. But we started with that one and then went on with the rest of the video.
You know, like you can observe the stars he has collected, like a wow moment for the octopus. Well, first we narrowed down the metrics, then we sketched out the storyboard. Then Maria and Chiara were working on the on actually making those visuals come to life with After Effects, while I worked on the framework around it, these different user experiences, the different screens.
Remotion development with Johnny. I would work with the designers on the more conceptual things. I would figure out how we're going to translate the designs into Remotion. A little bit of everything, but I would say mostly coding, particularly in the final days.
Yeah, so we really wanted to keep that GitHub design language as close as possible, but at the same time have our own style. So we got a lot of inspiration from GitHub's website and how the UI was structured, and we went from there.
The designers stepped ahead and created a lot of assets and mock-ups, which over time became higher and higher fidelity. Of course, we also have to translate everything into code. So we then worked close together with them to discuss what is possible and what not to find the ideal solution.
Of course, we wanted to choose metrics that are first representative of a user's activity on GitHub and also have some sort of interesting visual representation that we could make in the video.
Well, since we were a small team, everyone had strong opinions, so these meetings that we regularly had, I think was a good way to sync the team, see who needs what, and if we're all on the same page with what we need and what we want, and if we're striving for the same direction.
One thing I would like to highlight is that compared to last year, we were able to make a longer video and much more sophisticated animations. And on top of that, we were able to save costs in rendering a video.
I don't even remember how many times I had to redo the spaceship. Probably like, I don't know, I lost count at the 5th time. But I'm very happy of how everything turned out, and I appreciate all the feedback, and I really forgive them for all the hard time they gave me.
Yeah, so the design changed quite a bit over time, but the general concept was pretty stable throughout. So in the beginning, we decided we wanted the Octocat to venture through space, do a bunch of things that were related to the GitHub data somehow. So I would say the design, definitely changed a lot, but never too drastically. It was never a problem.
Well, the first concepts of the project were super different than what we came up with in the end, but honestly I think the final result totally exceeded my expectations. The teamwork was fantastic, and I think everyone is really proud of the final result.
What makes me most proud is seeing people using it, seeing people downloading it, seeing people rendering it, seeing people posting it. It's just really, people seem to like it, and that's very nice and very cool to see.
And honestly, I really think we push the boundaries and we showcase people what is possible to create with Remotion, which is pretty much everything.
It was interesting to work with a new set of rules and restrictions that usually as a designer working in animation you wouldn't work with. It was a very interesting process, and honestly the final animations that were made with Remotions are amazing.
I want to say thank you to the team, to Remotion, to 400, and everybody working on the team, putting the time and effort to build this amazing thing. It was a fun time, and I hope we can do something similar again.
We created this campaign to prove to ourselves and also to all the other people that you can make a pretty unique campaign with Remotion and render a lot of videos at scale. And you can do this with the common web technologies that many of us already use.